Hey guys, it's TheLoudGuys. Today we are going to watch why American and European trucks are so different. So even Indian trucks are very different to your trucks, because I know that our trucks are very big, and we don't focus so much on safety, and it is.
But I have not seen American, and even I don't understand like there's a difference between American and European trucks.
Yes, there is. That is why there is a video about it. What is this question?
Shut up.
And even Indian trucks are very different, because like even the horns are very different, if you think so, because if you have been to India, then you would have heard Indian trucks like no. I don't.
Also, I have read
likes
after the Indian trucks, behind that there's always something written,
Yeah.
Puri nazar wale tera muh kala. Translate it.
So like if you have a evil eye, then your face is black. Something like that. So it is like always there is a message behind the trucks, and the trucks are very colorful in India. And European and normally American trucks are very well made and like very mundane kind of things.
Clean. I feel clean.
So we don't know what is the difference between each one of them. So let's see this
Video.
Why European and American trucks are so different. American and European semi-trucks are very different.
Oh.
In America, you see all the trucks with a long nose and wheelbase with the cabin behind the engine. Whereas trucks in Europe are cab-over trucks where the cabin is above the engine.
Ours are similar to Europe.
Different, and what are the advantages and disadvantages? Let's take a look at it. Livable. One of the reasons why the American trucks have bigger cabs is that owner-operators are very common in the US and not so much in Europe.
Oh.
These people own their trucks and pretty much live in them for months at a time.
Months?
Because they spend so much time, and some have to live in the cabin, these cabins are quite a bit larger and have more features in the cabin.
That is why.
Such as a fridge, microwave, freezer, wardrobe,
Everything,
large bed,
just like a
windows,
home.
Wow.
and some even have their own toilet.
Better than some homes also.
Owners modify their trucks to include huge living compartments, something not so common in Europe.
Wow.
It is, of course, also possible to spend several days in a truck with a cab over, but the comfort is just not nearly as high. Long, wide roads. Much of an American truck's life is spent on the interstate system, where the lanes are wide and the roads are straight. For that reason, the long wheelbase of the truck is acceptable and typically makes the ride much more comfortable.
Okay.
Considering they are allowed to drive up to 12 hours every 24 hours, whereas European truckers can only drive 9 hours, that extra comfort is important.
Wow. You have rules for that. We don't have rules.
Lighter and have shorter wheelbases, which makes them significantly easier to maneuver. Essentially, they are more compact and easier to work with in traffic and urban environments, which is perfect for the narrow roads in Europe.
Wow.
Also, the cab over has a better overview and less blind spots, which increase safety noticeably, where the larger bonnets and A-pillars on the American trucks make it difficult for drivers to get a clear view of traffic. Strict regulations. Stricter regulations in Europe make for different trucks. For starters, a European semi-truck can only be 18.75 meters or about 61 feet. Some countries have some exceptions, but generally that is the rule. Because of these restrictions, European trucks have to be as short as possible so they can tow more cargo.
So they cannot have a big
Considering
nose.
American cabs can be 20 feet long, that only leaves 40 feet of room for cargo. So, in order to make more room for cargo, the cab has to be as short as possible. Similar requirements in the US have been revoked back in 1986, and trucks now can be much longer. Actually, back in the day, cab-over trucks were quite popular in the US. But
similar.
Without strict limitations, roomier and more convenient to live with conventional design trucks prevailed. Speed and aerodynamics. A big difference between the European semi-trucks and American ones is that in Europe, the speed is limited to 90 kilometers per hour. But in some places in the US, trucks are allowed to reach 129 and even 137 kilometers per hour.
That is very fast. For
Based on the long straight roads, at high speed, the better aerodynamics and longer wheelbase is a clear advantage for the long-nosed trucks, which are created for the long trips.
Wow.
Conclusion.
We don't allow that
so,
in India.
The reason why there is such a big difference between trucks in Europe compared to America is that they are used in different ways. There are different rules that must be observed, both in terms of speed, driving time, lengths, weight, etc. And that there is a big difference between roads and the infrastructure. So, one is not necessarily better than the other, but they are adapted to the needs of truck owners, the driver, and the government requirements.
So now I can see the difference, and I can say that we are very much aligned to European ones only, because our trucks are also very, flat from the front, and we don't have that kind of rules. I don't know, like we have these rules, like okay, you should be this height and that.
Specific limitations even for the speed also.
But also I think so, like American truckers are, I think they are a bit rich, so they can spend on speed and aerodynamics and this and that.
Also,
but
the
for us
facilities.
It is.
God,
That was
amazing! Like you get microwave, you get you can work there, you can sleep there. Sleep is okay, we understand, but refrigerator, they have everything. I mean, they can also travel and then just live there.
Yes, I have seen also like Indian truckers have a bit of cabin space, but in that cabin space they have to do everything, like sleep also, and then there is also one to two other person traveling with them, so it is there. But it is not something like anything near to what American trucks are going through. Wow, they are so big, so comfortable. And when they say, whenever you think of something, America is also the bigger version of it. So that is the truth of it. So wow. And how do you guys feel about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
subscribe.
Bye.